Assalamu alaikum. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the fungi, the general characteristic of the fungi, and then we will move towards some of the diseases which are caused by the fungi. And this is again the series in continuity of the diseases of the communicable disease that we have covered so far. So let's start with defining fungi. Well, the fungi are separately classified in their own separate kingdom, named as kingdom fungi, and there are some special characteristic for the purpose that they were differentiated from other organisms. Although earlier in the at the initial time they were sometimes considered as plants, and most of the time they were considered as plant, and sometimes due to some of the special fungi were also considered as animals. But as the advances in the recent sciences and the recent researches, they proposed a new kingdom in 90s, with the name kingdom fungi. So what are the distinct characteristic of the fungi that make them different from the plant species? They are eukaryotic and non-photosynthetic organism. The number one difference which make them different from the other plant is that they are not photosynthetic. Although all other plants are, everyone knows that they contain chloroplast, so they are photosynthetic. But fungi are eukaryotic and non-photosynthetic. So what we mean by eukaryotic? So eukaryotic is a term used for the organism which have the membrane bounded nucleus, whose organelles are enclosed in a membrane, are termed as eukaryotic animals. And we describe that fungi is non-photosynthetic. Although fungi possesses cell wall, this was due to the presence of cell wall. Earlier, it was considered as a plant species, but with the advances, scientists came to know that fungi are not photosynthetic, so they should not be considered as plants. And the one more characteristic of fungi is they are found both as multicellular and unicellular, and even one of the largest animal, if you are going to consider largest organism, if you are going to consider, is from the fungi group that we are going to discuss a little bit later in this discussion. Let's move further. The fungal spores were first observed by Giambattista della Porta in 1588. Most fungi grow as a hyphae, which are cylindrical thread-like structure about 2 to 10 micrometer in diameter and end up to several centimeter in length. So when it comes to fungi, from what they are made up of? They are made up of hyphae, and hyphae is just a cylindrical structure. Let's have a look on few of the images, few of the Google images of the fungi. So here you can see that from the sources Google, and we can see there are a lot of images of the fungi, various images. You can see some of these are mushroom, some of these are the yeast, and some are many other species from the different groups of fungi. Well, they all are fungi. Now come back again to the slide. Fungi, before telling about its uses, let's discuss that there are up to 1.5 million species of fungi that have been, that according to scientists, there are about 1.5 million species of fungi. But according to Wikipedia, there are about 2.2 to 3.8 million of species of fungi. So well, there are different resources where we should acknowledge both of these, and but we should remember in mind that there are enough species of the fungi, and out of all those species, only 300 are known to cause some sort of illness in the people. Except those 300 species, all others have the variety of uses, and they have the very much so many benefits for the humans, for the plants, for the animals. They have lots of they have lots of benefits. Sorry, they have the lots of benefit. So well, when discussing its use, they are widely used as a source of food. Mushrooms are widely used as a source of food. They are also used in baking, in alcohol fermentation. Now it comes, what is alcohol fermentation? Basically the process by which alcohol is produced. It is a sort of process that occurs in the absence of the oxygen and then in the presence of certain sort of enzymes which helps in the formation of alcohol and carbon dioxide. Then it is also used as a medicine. This is a it got very much usages. Then it could also be used as pest control. Okay, at this point some of us would think that even the fungi itself are not wanted in the crops, then how they could be used in the pest control? It could be quite astonishing for some of the guys, but there are few species of fungi which are actually very much effective against the pest. They control some sort of the insect. So well, they are sometimes used as a pest control because there are the numerous species of the fungi available, and some of those species are used as a pest control. It's also used in bioremediation. So now what's bioremediation? Bioremediation is a technique of we can say that of resolving some sort of pollution, cleaning up any sort of pollution with the help of biological entities. There could be bacteria could also be used, fungi could also be used, plants could also be used. There are some specialized type of animal which can also be used for the same purpose of bioremediation. A lot of literature is available on that, but here as we are concerned more with fungi, so the fungi could also be used in the bioremediation, where they can used to control some of the persistent organic pollutant, or to remove dyes, or to remove some sort of waste that is released from textile industries. They could be used there. Okay, so means it has variety of uses. Except 300 species, all other species from some say 1.5 million, some say 2.2, some say 3.8 million, whatever the total number of fungi species are, only 300 types of species of the fungi are known to cause some sort of illness in the people. Okay, so now moving towards further, maybe let me ask you a question, that what you think is the biggest living organism on this planet Earth, in terms of length, or you can consider in terms of biggest. Let's call it biggest. So in the end I will answer, but up to that, have you got something in your mind regarding which is the biggest organism on this planet? Well, we will end this in the end. Now coming towards the diseases caused by the fungi, I have just we have already discussed many diseases in so much detail, so I will just now point out some of the diseases which are communicable and which are very much common. So let's discuss some of the diseases caused by the fungi. And let me tell you that most of the diseases caused by the fungi are mostly concerned with the problems regarding skin. They cause a lot of diseases caused by the fungi are related with skin, means most of the fungi cause skin problem. Let's have a look first on the oral thrush. Okay, let's first look at the Google images of the oral thrush that we got. Sorry, yes, here I just thought that I probably not have said it, but here is the images of the oral thrush for you. You can look at these images closely, that the tongue is quite heavily affected by some sort of the organism, and they are basically fungi. So this is the oral thrush. Even the throat, you can see there is infected, as I have pointed out. It is infected here. Okay, and you can also see that the tongue is affected here. Well, now let's move towards the PPT, what it says. So oral thrush is a fungi infection caused by the species of yeast that cause the white patches in mouth or throat. I have already shown you images that some sort of the white patches are over the tongue and over the and throat as well. Then there is one more disease caused by the fungi, that is athlete's foot. It is a fungal infection on the skin of the feet, especially between the toes. So let's look on the images of athlete's foot. So now you can see this. Let me point out. So here you can see this. There is some sort of the infection that has occurred here. You can also see there. There is some sort of infection, and it can also lead to the condition that it can also lead this sort of the condition too. So this is the disease again caused by the fungi. Now diaper rash, a fungal infection that infects the skin of the baby's bottom, causing red irritation, usually due to warm and moist condition inside the diaper. Means it has been seen that a lot of children wear the diaper. So when the condition are warm and moist, so there are the chances of the fungal growth, and they cause the rashes. Okay, now another disease, that is the nail infection. In that nail infection, fingernails or toenails are affected. The nail become thick yellow or white in color and are more prone to crack or break. Means they could be easily broken. Let's look on the images, Google images of nail infection. So you can see here that the nail is broken due to the fungal growth. The nail has been so much weakened that it is now no more it has no more capability to withstand the certain sort of the pressures. So it could easily be broken. It is very much now we can call it sensitive or very much prone to be damaged. Okay, another disease caused by the fungi is tinea. It is again a common group of fungal skin infection that can affect areas such as feet, groin, and skull. It can hit your head, in your feet it could happen, and there are some other part where it could happen. So let's look on the Google image of the tinea. I think in Sindhi we call it as dud. So you can see this. So there are so many examples here which you can see. Well, these were all the diseases caused by the fungi, and most of them are related with the skin. And when someone's immune system is weak, then there are the more chances of other diseases such as candidiasis and aspergillosis to occur in the person which have the weakened immune system. So the fungi overall cause so many diseases, and it is also somehow beneficial. But as far as we are concerned with communicable diseases, so we have discussed the diseases which cause the problems in humans. So that's what all about the communicable diseases in perspective of the fungi.